And the company I want to talk about is Patagonia. Now, as a former tech bro in the Bay Area, I was guilty of wearing their puffers and their vests and things, but also as a weekend warrior, as an outdoor guy, I love their gear because I know it holds up. I know it's well crafted. It doesn't do as much damage to the environment. Why? Because they tell me, they pull the curtain back. They spend a ton of effort and resources on informing me that their product is of the best quality. But they also back it up. They don't just say it, post stuff on Instagram. They do that. But in addition, they've created resources and workshops and recycling programs. So where you've got the experience, you've got the content, but you've also got options like the repairs. And it all ladders up to one thing, which is Patagonia takes care of planet Earth. Now, I want to show an example. They took a pretty big swing on creating some ads. And it's all about having this narrative that they can back up time and time again. So I think this was back in 2011, Patagonia ran saying, don't buy this jacket. They're literally pleading with their customers not to purchase their products, which is insane. A lot of brands could do this as a stunt, but they back it up because they've got what they call the Common Threads initiative. They're all about reducing waste and recycling and repairing. And so when you buy a Patagonia garment, you buy it for life. I know this firsthand. We inherited a jacket. We didn't even buy it. We inherited it. And from my 3 kids, they got to wear this puffer jacket when they were little. And every time in between kids, we went and sent it in for repairs. And we basically got a brand new jacket about 4 times. I don't know that many other outdoor brands or any brands in general really do that. But I know that Patagonia does it because firsthand I've experienced it, but also they create marketing and material like this to reinforce their narrative that they are all about taking care of Mother Earth. It's an outdoor brand. The whole premise is to outfit your adventure. And they want to do it with great gear, but also things that aren't detrimental to Mother Nature. Now, that ad ran about 2011. They've backed it up, enforced it. They've used their platform to continue to reinforce the narrative of they give a shit about nature. In 2018, the founder, Yvon Chouinard, updated the company's mission to, we're in business to save our home planet. And again, that statement, that positioning, that phrase is the ultimate filter. If they pursue partnerships, if they launch products, if they create new entities, it gets passed through that filter of taking care of our home planet. If it doesn't ladder up, they don't do it. So it gives them permission, entities. Without that, I don't know that they are as unique or they are as crystallized in their vision or their approach. So again, it's really important to understand what you're for or who you're against. Knowing who you are is just as important as identifying an enemy. I think here the enemy is waste, but they're all about the home planet. And now, not to mention, this whole narrative for the last 15 years about colonizing Mars and trying to go to other planets. And Patagonia sits here and goes, what are we doing? Let's just take care of this home planet. This is the only one we have. Why would we go anywhere else if we can't take care of the home planet? So it's really, really important to know who you are, who you serve, what you stand for, and or what you're against. Now, another example of how this shows up is think about the touch points and different platforms that are out there. How can you use all of the different touch points or a company's ecosystem, as I call it, their website, their content, social media? Patagonia does a great job of using their social media to reinforce their narratives. I stumbled upon this post the other day, and it did not surprise me in the least. In fact, it informed me. But if this were to come from Nike or maybe North Face or some other kind of outdoor action brands, I'm not sure that, I think it would be more of a surprise. But with Patagonia, it's informing me of what's happening. And again, they're taking a stance. Whether you agree or disagree, they are taking a stance and they're being very consistent. Moving the United States Forest Service headquarters to Utah will gut the agency and sabotage its ability to manage the 193 million acres of forests and grasslands it oversees. I don't have much context here. The move, I don't know. But I appreciate that Patagonia, instead of trying to sell me more products by posting it, they're talking about what's happening and how it could affect nature. So all of their resources, all of their narrative is about how do we take care of the home planet, of Mother Earth. So in close, I think it's important to just kind of reinforce the lesson here. Know what you stand for. Identify an enemy. Give yourself a purpose. Now, if Patagonia just sold outdoor gear, they would be 1 in 100. North Face, Columbia, the countless others. For me, Patagonia sticks out because they have planted their flag. They wear their brand on their sleeve. If you buy their gear, you know you have it for life. And it's not just a guarantee, it's because it reinforces their perspective and their positioning and their reason for being, which is taking care of Mother Nature. So, whatever business you're in, whatever marketing organization you oversee, if you haven't planted a flag, think about why you exist, what problem you solve, why should people choose you over the competition? And Patagonia is a great example, and I hope you agree.